So they keep choosing you, but they're never committing. And here's why. You know, God told me to tell you yesterday that they regret losing you, but God is warning you and revealing them to you. But here's why they keep choosing you. And I can tell people are attracted to you, but they don't stay. And it's totally not what you think. See, I want you to know this, and you already know it. You don't struggle to get attention. People notice you. They're drawn to you. They pursue you. But somehow, some way, it never fully turns into what you actually want. You want to be married. You want to settle down. You want to raise kids. You want to do all the things, right? But they won't commit. They won't commit. And then they walk away, but then they regret letting go. And so then, like I told you yesterday, what they want to do, they want to play you like a little carrot. They want to dangle the carrot of a marriage. They want to dangle the carrot of, I love you, I really care, but you know, I just got to work on myself. But work on yourself how? Somehow, these relationships, these cycles you keep getting in, they never fully turn into what you want. It starts off strong. Then something shifts. And now you're sitting there wondering, how did this go left again? Because now it's a new relationship, right? You left that old one alone. They regret. They talking to old family members. They talking to the friends you guys had in common, just trying to check up on you, trying to hold you, like I told you, like a kid with a little rope around their hand. They trying to do all that, but you got smart. You moved on. You're in another relationship. You've been, entertaining another relationship. You all been going out. Things have been working out. But this too fell apart. How did I get left again? Different person, same ending. I want you to know that's not random. And after a while, you start questioning yourself, which is where you are right now. God has you on his heart. You already know that God loves us all and he's always thinking about us. But for whatever reason, you in these relationship patterns, what they are revealing to you is that you start questioning yourself. Am I doing too much? Am I not doing enough? Why do they come in strong? Everything is going well for a while. Then all of a sudden they fall back. They either start entertaining somebody else. They start not showing up. They start being inconsistent. But I want to be real here. This isn't about them. This is a pattern. It's a pattern. And patterns don't just happen. They come from something that feels normal to you. That's the underbelly that you got to get under. Listen, this ain't no judgment zone. I just felt led by the Spirit to say this to you because just like you want to be married, just like you want to settle down, just like you want a family, what did God say from the foundation of the earth? Be fruitful and multiply. You were created to multiply. But we got to find the underbelly of why you keep going in these patterns. It feels familiar, but you keep entertaining it. You're attracting people, but you're also allowing a version of yourself to show up. An old version of you that keeps the situation the same. You overgive too early because your desperation, your desire to be like your friends, your family, everybody else married, everybody else got the children, everybody else traveling, everybody else doing all the things. Listen, don't swipe away. We just being real. I want to get you to the place that you understand the pattern, the hamster's wheel that you're functioning on. You're allowing a version of yourself to show up that keeps the situation the same over and over and over again. You think that overgiving will make them love you, will make them validate you, will make them see you. You ignore that feeling that you get inside that's saying, yeah, this look like this might be the same. Yeah, this may not be who God has ordained for me. You try to understand instead of stepping back, looking at it from the outside in and kind of evaluating, okay, why am I here? What's happening there? Why is this going on? Right? You stay longer than you should. You stay in that relationship once you get the unction, once you get the feeling, once you know you should walk away, which then is why your feelings get so involved and you're hurting when they walk away and you're questioning yourself. What could I have done better? If I have given more, if I would have done this, stop doing that. Now you are not being chosen fully. You're being experienced temporarily. They come in full throttle. They come in, some of them wanting a relationship because sometimes people just looking for somebody to take care of them, right? But you're experiencing them now temporarily. And that's why, again, they come in strong. That's why they like you. They enjoy your company. They're drawn to you, but they don't stay because something in the dynamic never requires them to. Your aura is not forcing them to be in relationship with you, to validate you, to honor you. Now, you don't need their validation for who you are because you are who you are. You are a child of the King. You are a child of the Most High God. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. That is already embedded in who you are. So they can't make you that. But they don't stay because the dynamic of who you are in your past relationship doesn't change. It doesn't require them to kind of come in and fully commit to you. Listen, you're not being rejected. I want you to know that you're not being rejected. You're being received at the level you allow. You've not set boundaries. You don't just attract people. You attract what your boundaries allow. So if your boundaries are unclear to that relationship, to that person, if you tolerate inconsistency, which is what you've been doing because of your desire to be loved, your desire to have what everybody else has, the relationship, the children, the travels, and all the things, you'll keep experiencing the inconsistency. If you explain away the red flags, you'll keep reliving them. And it's not because you don't know better. Because you see the pattern early on. God allows you to see it early on. It's because something in you still is trying to make it work instead of letting it go and realizing, you know what, maybe for a moment, I just need to step back. I need to heal. I need to research and dig deeper to find out, is there something internally? Is there something from past relationships that, like Erykah Badu, bag lady, you gonna hurt your bag, carrying all those bags like that. The baggage from old relationships, you're now bringing this new one. You got to drop that, but you got to heal first. Listen, you are trying to make relationships work instead of letting them go, healing. You're not stuck. You're just repeating what feels familiar to you, what feels like it could potentially be something. The shift isn't find someone better. The shift is become someone who doesn't accept less. Know your worth, know your value. Again, some of the people that's coming in your life just looking for somebody to take care of them. They're really not wanting to be in a real committed relationship. And you know that early on. If you're honest with yourself, you know that early on. You can tell that narcissistic behavior. You can tell the breadcrumbing. You can tell the psychology of, oh, they just playing with me. They just playing with me. They don't really want to be here. Because they're not consistently showing up, being there for you. What you're putting into the relationship, they're not reciprocating. That means you don't ignore what you feel anymore. Set your boundaries. Don't rush to prove your value and your worth to a person that's not your husband or wife yet. I know we want to make them feel like I'm wife, I'm husband material. Let them earn that. You don't stay where there's confusion, because once you change that, what you attract has to change, and it will. Not because people have changed, but because you did. It's like when you change your diet because you want to lose weight. When you stop incorporating certain things in your diet and what you're no longer eating, the weight will start falling off. You'll start feeling healthier. You'll start getting more strength. This is where most of us miss it, because we try to change the outcome without ever changing the patterns behind what we are reflecting, what we are giving off. And that's exactly what keeps us stuck. Listen, what I want to say to you is this. You are not hard to love. And I want you to know that. And I want you to hear that from the heart. You are not hard to love. You've just been operating from a version of you that accepts less than you deserve. Once that part of you shifts, everything else will as well. The people that you will attract will truly know who you are, what you're worth, your value. They'll see it all without you having to approve, overshare, overgive. You don't have to do anything but just be. Be who God created you to be. That's why I said to you yesterday, they regret losing you. But God is warning you, you haven't set up real boundaries. You haven't healed yet, woman at the well. Or man at the well. It's not just about women. You keep going through relationship after relationship, just like she was, thinking that the thirst of your soul is going to be found in the next relationship, in the next best bag, in the next best new car, in the next best new thing. No. Once you change your boundaries, once you heal and you start operating from the new version of you, everything else around you will shift and change. If you are ready to break that pattern, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. Step by step. I'm doing a 4-week mentorship program where we're going to identify first and foremost the problem. Then we're going to walk through the second, third, and fourth week. What do we do to overcome that? You're going to get practical steps, biblical steps, but we're going to live in this real world and understand how do we navigate not cycling in these patterns. Just as much you want to be married, God wants you married. Just as much as you want kids, he already said, be fruitful and multiply. And the only way you can be fruitful and multiply if you are married. That's what God ordained marriage. We ain't supposed to be having sex before marriage, but we do. Listen, again, this ain't judgment zone. I just felt led to come in here and share. Yeah, they miss you. And I won't say that it's because they find you hard to love, but they sense that you're wanting them to heal and feel something that they were never meant to feel. So I'm telling you now, every relationship that you try to get into, you don't see it as you're wanting them to feel that void, but it's coming off in your aura, in your actions and things that you're doing. People sense when there's still a brokenness there. And either they'll exploit it by staying with you and just taking, never reciprocating, right? Or they'll do like the other past relationships and they'll just walk away. When are you going to get off that hamster's wheel? When? That last person, they regret losing you. They regret walking away because they genuinely love parts of you. But the parts that you wanted them to heal, they can't do that. They can't do that for you. Only God can do that. Only God. So I say this to you before you get into the next relationship, before you open up the door on another relationship, listen, they'll keep choosing you, but they will never commit. And that's why. That's why. Because they see the hurt, the pain that you want them to heal. You got to heal that thing first. Heal it first. If you're interested in joining the mentorship program, go ahead and type interested in the comments. Interested, and I'll send you the link. Nonetheless, no matter what, you got to change your patterns. You got to get off that hamster's wheel. You got to change your boundaries. You got to let God heal you, woman at the well, man at the well. That's the only time they're going to commit. I pray that this blessed you. Again, if you're interested in the 4-week mentorship program, drop interested in the comments. Shalom.